Hey food enthusiasts, Glenjamin here with another episode of Food IQ, teaching you how to cook by helping you understand how cooking works. Now let's turn to the internets and see what today's question is. So I'm just like you. I watch chefs on TV destroy onions, dicing them into oblivion and barely shedding a tear. I don't even understand how this is possible. Now you can try goggles, clothespins on your nose, maybe rubbing something potent underneath. These might help, but what can we actually do to stop the problem? Let's go a bit deeper. Onions are what are known as an allium. Now other alliums you might know are garlic, leeks, chives, shallots. They have cells inside them that contain amino acid sulfoxides. It's literally sulfur and oxygen combined together. Normally these amino acids would be fine, but when you take an onion and you slice it, the onion releases a defense mechanism. This is called allonasis, an enzyme that breaks apart those amino acids and restructures them into propienosulfonic acid. The acid combines with another enzyme and you get a sulfide gas. So this sulfide gas releases into the air and seeks out water. And when it finds the water inside your tear ducts, it turns to sulfuric acid. So now your body starts to cry to get the sulfuric acid out your eyes, and now your eyes hurt. Now this is basically the equivalent of an onion releasing tear gas on its enemies. So if you're a deer and you're grazing through a bunch of leaves and you bite into this onion, it's gonna release that tear gas and make the deer run away, thereby protecting the plant. So now that we know that we're at war with this onion, let's go about figuring out how to combat it. There's a couple things that we already know. One, that the onion has a finite amount of this enzyme. 2, cutting the onion is what releases the enzyme. And 3, that it's the gas that gets into your tear ducts that causes the reaction. Now, there's a few things we can do to cut the onion that'll make our lives easier. One of them is to use a food processor or a chopper device. Both of these allow for us to trap the gas while we cut the onion. Pretty simple, right? Another option is to be a really fast onion slicer. Go full shock and awe on the onion and get out before it knows what hit it. If that doesn't work for you, you can also take a mandolin. Always use your guard. When you cut the onion, it basically pushes the red button and releases that tear gas. So if you throw your onions in the fridge before you cut them, it'll actually dry the onion out a bit, and that'll mitigate the spread of those enzymes. Now, if the fridge isn't an option, we have a plan B. Now, remember how the gas becomes sulfuric acid when combined with water? Washing the onion in cold water and then cutting it while it's wet will go a long way to reducing the gas release. Or if you have a spray bottle available, you can cut the onion and then spray the cut side, and it'll turn it into sulfuric acid right there. But word of caution if you're doing this, if you're gonna throw it in the frying pan and it's wet, just be careful. So now that we know how to bring the fight to our audacious foes, let's literally make them our lunch. Chop 4 slices of bacon, put them in the saute pan with a 1/4 cup of water. Bring the water to a boil and then bring it down to a simmer and let the bacon fat render out. Once the bacon's crisp, we're gonna slice up 3 onions and throw them into the pan. Use whatever method we covered here. Cook them at a medium-low heat for about 30 minutes or so, just so that they caramelize nicely. Now remember, you wanna stir them every 10 minutes or so, just to keep them from burning. Now we're gonna add in about a cup of sour cream, a block of goat cheese, 6 ounces or so, and a tablespoon of honey or agave. Grab some chips and go enjoy the afternoon. This is your new favorite tear-free snack. If you have a food question that's been nagging you, send it in. We're here to help you become a better chef and to boost your food IQ.